Let's head to the gym for Countdown to Tip-Off right here on KINA.
After a victory in their lone game of the week last week against Clay Center, Southeast of Saline's Trojans jump back into action in a big way this week, and it starts today with the first-round matchup at the Sterling Invitational Tournament. Hi, everyone, and welcome into Sterling College. My name is Devin Haney, along with Jathan Cho. David Hawksworth doing video on Salina Post, where there's live streaming available for this game, and also Big Sam Pretty. We will bring you all the action here at the Sterling Invitational Tournament. Today is the first game of day number 1 of the 49th annual Boys Sterling Invitational Tournament. It's a single game only here tonight on KINA, as the girls will jump into action tomorrow. The game today is Southeast of Saline's guys taking on the Hutch Trinity Celtics. Looking back to the only game last week for Southeast of Saline on the boys' side, the Trojans got a 60-45 victory on the road against the Clay Center Tigers. Southeast of Saline jumped out to a 14-0 lead, extended that lead out at the end of the first quarter to 17-8, 30-21 at halftime, 48-29 in the third quarter, where they only allowed 2 field goals in the whole third quarter, and then ended up with the victory 60-45. For Southeast of Saline, that evens their record now at 4-4 on the season. They are on a 3-game winning streak, and also stepping out of league play for the Sterling Invitational Tournament with an NCAA record at 2-1. Awaiting them will be a team that has had some success here lately in the Sterling Invitational Tournament, the Celtics of Hutch Trinity. They come in 5-3 on the season. In the latest KBCA rankings that came out right before Christmas, the Celtic team is ranked in the state of Kansas at number 6. The Celtic team will provide some opposition tonight for Southeast of Saline. We'll tell you why when we come back. We'll also get you ready for starters and the tip. Also a look at the bracket of the 49th annual Sterling Invitational Tournament when we come back. It's Countdown to Tip-Off, and it's brought to you by Comfort Heating and Air with locations in Salina and Clay Center. It's getting you ready for Southeast of Saline basketball against Hutch Trinity right here on KINA.
For years, Comfort Heating and Air has installed home air purifiers that help reduce dust, pollen, and pet dander, helping with allergies and making your home a healthier place. But did you know we also carry a full line of indoor air quality products to protect your home or business against airborne bacteria and viruses? In fact, our systems are proven over 99% successful to reduce the COVID-19 virus in just 30 minutes and start at just $499. Finance and easy pay options available. Make your home the safest place it can be with proven clean air technology. From Comfort Heating and Air, the company that cares.
Salina Septic Services provides septic services including septic tank installation, inspection, and repair. In addition to professional septic tank services, we also provide portable restroom rentals. We have many options available, including his and hers portable restrooms and hand washing sinks. Setup, service, and removal are all part of our rentals. Whether you project a long-term construction job or a family gathering, we guarantee a clean porta potty. Find us today at salinasepticservice.com, proudly supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
Loose ball on the floor, the referee signals jump ball, and the Trojans will gain the possession.
Hi, it's Winnell Garrettson with SalinaHomes.com. The real estate game can be a lot like basketball when you need to get the jump on the competition. Whether you're a first-time buyer, upsizing, downsizing, or investing in rentals, commercial buildings, or delving into land or real property, I have the knowledge and the desire to help you get the jump on your real estate needs. Buy or sell, call Winnell at SalinaHomes.com.
At United Capital Management of Kansas, Inc., we have seen communities come together and businesses using creativity and ingenuity to not only survive during uncertainty, but thrive. At United Capital Management, we have a positive outlook for 2021 and look forward to assisting you with your financial plan. Our new location is 227 North Santa Fe in downtown Salina. Call United Capital Management today to schedule a meeting over the phone, on Zoom, or in person. 785-823-7900. Or visit our website, ucmofkansas.com.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Back here at Sterling College, Devin Haney along with Jathan Cho, courtside here at the college, a KCAC school. Does a really good job with the boys portion of this tournament that we're starting here in just about 6 minutes. Southeast of Saline in a first-round game. They come in the number 5 seed. They're taking on a number 4 seed in the Hutch Trinity Celtics. Other games going on in this first round. Lions is the number 1 seed on the boys' side. They will take on Kingman in the nightcap tonight here at Sterling College. Then tomorrow back into action at 5:45 with the 3 seed Hugoton taking on the 6 seed in Smoky Valley, and the 2 seed in Sterling taking on the 7 seed in Scott City. Jathan, this Hutch Trinity team, as you told me on the trip here, has had some success the last couple of years in this Sterling Invitational tournament. 2 out of the last 3 years, they have found themselves in the championship game and stretching that game into extra time.
And that's where having them in just an exciting time, especially with Saline, the way they've been playing early on, it's going to be a different tempo type of game. I kind of feel like maybe time like a Hillsboro game where they kind of got at the short end of the stick, but just unfortunate with there. But kind of different atmosphere, different. Almost with this tournament here, you got to get different feeling of the referees too. I mean, the calls are a little bit more prone to happen. Besides little ticky-tack ones, I mean, they're going to be more hard fouls for each of the teams with this different type of calibration that we're going to have here.
This Hutch Trinity team faced off against Southeast of Saline last year in this tournament in the first round. It was a close game that went down to the wire, 52-49. Hutch Trinity got that victory over Southeast of Saline, and then they went on and they found themselves in the championship game against the host school and took the Sterling Black Bears into triple overtime and losing that championship game a year ago.
And that just has to make you feel really good being a Trojan. I mean, come away with a 4-point loss there, and where they battled them out really well in that second half seemed like, but then taking the team to triple overtime to beat them, you tell you're in the top of the top 2 teams there in this tournament here last year.
Lucas Hammocky will be the challenge tonight for Southeast of Saline along with his teammates, but he's the main cog. A 6-foot senior, Hammocky has been off to a tear so far this season. He averages over 20 points a game. He's also the team's leading assist getter and leader in steals for the Hutch Trinity Celtics. He's averaging 23.7 points per contest. With him, though, will be a good surrounding cast, including a challenge for Southeast of Saline inside, and just because of pure height, they will have to go against Evan Remar, a 6'5 senior, who has had a 21-point game performance this year earlier on against Garden Plain. But Hammocky is your guy, Lucas Hammocky. He also has little brother Blake Hammocky in the starting lineup, and they will do their best tonight to defeat a Southeast of Saline team and move on in the winner's side of the bracket here at the Sterling Invitational Tournament. When we come back, we'll have starters for you, and also the tip. We're about 3.5 minutes away from the boys' portion of the 49th Annual Sterling Invitational Tournament, and it's right here on KINA.
Furnace breakdowns never happen at a good time. Don't be caught off guard by the freezing temps ahead. Call Comfort Heating and Air now to make sure your furnace is ready. We sell American-made York products manufactured right here in the Midwest, so you'll get fast, friendly service without the wait. You can rely on the company that cares, Comfort Heating and Air.
You can rely on the company that cares. We're Comfort Heating and Air.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses acquire relief loans to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
Get the advantage this preseason with CanEquip Service Advantage. Their preseason readiness optimization program saves you money and is backed by genuine Case IH parts and service. Inspection savings, labor discounts, priority service, special financing, extended warranties, and volume discounts now through December 31st. Get Case IH and CanEquip on your team by scheduling your equipment today. Call or visit CanEquip in Salina.
You're telling me your driver turns you on remotely?
It feels so good. One gentle touch of a handy remote or mobile app and my motor is running. And don't fret, my little pickup pal. New Image Audio installs these inside trucks too.
Oh, yeah.
You'll want it when the winter chill hits. A remote start from New Image Audio for cars, trucks, even diesels. All systems remote and cell phone capable. Nationwide coverage. Get yours at New Image Audio on South Broadway.
In Salina.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Back here at Sterling College, getting ready for the opening round of matchup here of the first round. Southeast of Saline will be the visiting team. They will take on the Hutch Trinity Celtics. This is a 4-5 matchup. Trinity comes in. They're 5-3 on the season thus far. They're 2-1 in the league in which they play. And they will also have a state ranking that they have behind them coming into this season. Again, that was the last KBCA rankings that came out on December 22nd. Those will be updated tomorrow. For the Celtics of Hutch Trinity, they're under the direction of first-year head coach Mark Powell. They will start Blake Hammocky, a 5'9 sophomore. Hammocky averages 5.8 points per game. Also in the starting lineup will be older brother Lucas Hammocky, a 6-foot senior. Lucas scored his 1,000th point as a Celtic of Hutch Trinity's basketball program in the third game this season for Hutch Trinity. He's currently averaging 21.7 points per game, 4.2 assists, and 3.6 steals. He also grabs 5 rebounds per contest. 6'1 senior Cedric Harris also in the starting lineup. Harris averages 6.5 points per game, along with 4 rebounds. Andrew Bergmeyer, a 5'11 senior, also in the starting lineup. Bergmeyer averages 4.5 points a game, 2 assists, and 5 rebounds. And Evan Remar, the man in the middle, 6'5 senior, averages 10 points a game and leads the team in rebounding at 6.5. For the Southeast of Saline Trojans, under the direction of head coach Bryson Flax, they are currently on a 3-game winning streak, 4-4 overall. They're 2-1 in the NCAA. They will start Camden Spanolund. He is averaging 8 points a game, also 2 rebounds and 2 assists, a 5'8 senior. 6-foot senior Jackson Gebhardt in the backcourt with him. Jackson averaging 13.5 points per game, also leads the team in steals, averages 3.5 rebounds and 2 assists per contest. 6'1 senior Brian Banks also in the starting lineup. Bryant's averaging 7 points a game, also 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Along with Nakari Morico Palmer, the 6'2 sophomore, averages 8.5 points a game, 6.5 rebounds, and 3 assists per contest. He leads the Southeast of Saline team in assists. And coming off of a career scoring night against Clay Center last week, Eli Sawyers, 6-foot sophomore, averaging 15 points a game, also 8 rebounds, 2.5 assists per contest. Jathan, this should be a good matchup here in the first round of the Sterling Invitational Tournament. Your keys to success tonight for Southeast of Saline, brought to you by New Image Audio.
Key to success would be just to keep the turnovers down and try and stay consistent with one another, passing the ball around. They talked about how well they enjoyed last week's game, passing the ball around, or they're sharing the ball, but just being consistent with that and trying not to play too many one-on-one type of style for Southeast of Saline here.
This game live stream video on SalinaPost.com. That provided in part courtesy of Salina Medical Aesthetics, the Salina Surgical Arts Building in Salina, down by the Stiefel Theater. I want to thank them for helping us out, bringing you Southeast of Saline action here, not only on KINA, but also on SalinaPost.com. Here's a set play for Southeast of Saline out of the gate. Ends up with Eli Sawyers top of the circle, and Sawyers with the first basket of the game on his first shot. It's a three-pointer from the top of the key. Southeast leads at 3-0. Boy, that was a smooth opening possession for the Trojans. Southeast, the visiting team, the 5 seed in this tournament, coming out in their road purples, white numerals trimmed in black. Hutch Trinity in their home white jerseys, setting to the right of the scores table. A guarded three-pointer in the corner. Nakari Morico Palmer all over that one, but it didn't matter. Lucas Hammocky gets a three-pointer of his own.
Like you said, a hand in the face and still just knocked it down, drained the three for Hammocky.
Sawyer's now going to work in the high post. Looked at a back cutting. Camden Spanolund. Now up top of the circle, Nakari Morico Palmer. To the right-hand side we go now through Camden Spanolund to Jackson Gebhardt for the first time. Spacing right now for Southeast of Saline looks like this. 4 guards around the three-point line. Sawyer's inside. Eli will raise up and shoot the 15-footer. And from the free throw line, Eli Sawyers has his second bucket of the night.
Nice to see him picking up from his game from last week.
5 points so far for Eli Sawyers. Southeast perfect on 2 offensive trips. They lead it by 2 as we are about 90 seconds into this game. Here's a drive by Hammocky along the baseline. Shot put up. That's no good. Morico Palmer knocked the rebound out from behind. Here comes Southeast off running. Nakari all the way to the paint. Out to Spanolund. Three-pointer, and he got it to go. Camden Spanolund. And Southeast of Saline is 3 of 3 from the floor. 2 of them from behind the three-point arc.
Nice job going inside out there for the first and third possession there, going inside out. Find a wide open shot.
Here's Hammocky along the baseline. He's going to kick it out to the opposite corner to little brother Blake, and he will shoot the 3 and score. 8-6. Already this game has a high-octane, high-scoring feel to it. 5:52 left to go here, first period. Nakari Morico Palmer works his way to the offensive end right side. Now a deep post entry to Bryant Banks. Banks turns off the spin. Can't get it to go off the front of the rim. And it will come down in the hands of Cedric Harris. Harris now floats off to the right-hand side of the Celtic offense, guarded by Jackson Gebhardt. Now they get it to Hammocky. Hammocky being guarded by Nakari Morico-Palmer. A blocking foul will be called here as Hammocky forced it inside and collided with Brian Banks.
Foul's going to be on Brian Banks. Foul is on the floor, so it'll be underneath the own basket for the Celtics.
First foul of the game, 2.5 minutes in. 8-6, Southeast of Saline leading. At a momentary 5-point lead there at 8-3, and here's Hutch Trinity shooting another three-pointer, and Lucas Hammocky gets that one to go as well. 3 threes for Hutch Trinity. Now the Celtics lead by 1. 9-8 our score. 5:12 left to go. Boy, these two teams not wasting any time scorching the nets. Here's a steal now by Hammocky. Stole away on a pass from Nakari Morico-Palmer. Missed the lay-in, though, as Nakari there to contest defensively. Jackson Gebhardt pulls it away. Left to right, Jackson goes. Almost had it knocked away, and now he picks the basketball up. And a reaching foul will be called against the Celtics.
Kind of like this pace for Southeast of Saline, handling it very well as Landon Gray checks in for the Celtics. The Southeast Saline is going up and down quickly here in this first half.
9-8 our score. Trinity leading by 1. Lob pass into the left-hand elbow to Brian Banks off the inbounds. Bryant gave it up. Now he gets it right back. Goes into Eli Sawyers, and Sawyers travels with the basketball. Good move and a good thought there by Eli, Jathan, but he shrugged that pivot foot just a little bit when he put on the brakes.
Yeah, both referees got that call. Just a little slide on it, but very unfortunate for Southeast Saline getting another turnover here.
4:45 left to go first period. 9-8. Celtics with a 1-point lead. Now they have the basketball. They work it off to the right-hand side. Cedric Harris with it. Now along the baseline to Lucas Hammocky. Hammocky inside for a big shot by Evan Remar. The 6'5" senior rose up over the defense and was able to score with a hook shot. And Trinity continues the hot shooting. Morico-Palmer with it. Back inside they go to Banks. Bryant turns on the pirouette, kicks it out to Spano 1. Three-pointer, top of the circle. That won't go. And a rebounding foul will be called against Brian Banks. Already now Bryant has 2, and he'll have to come out.
Yeah, unfortunately, that'll bring Eli Harris off the bench for Southeast of Saline. Kind of a tough matchup here for Spano Lund as also Drake Augustine checks in. Spano Lund is getting guarded by Hammocky, so Augustine will have his hands full on the offensive end.
So far, the leading scorer for Hutch Trinity, no surprise there. It's Lucas Hammocky, 2 3-pointers. Nakari Morico-Palmer has been guarding him defensively. Trinity will kick it out to Harris. Cedric Harris on a 3. That won't go. Rebound comes down to Drake Augustine. Here comes Southeast running the other way. Off to Morico-Palmer, top of the circle, using a high pick from Eli Harris. Now Harris will roll inside. They get him the basketball. Backdoor cut to Augustine, and Drake can't handle the rock and will float out of bounds with it. It's the 3rd turnover for Southeast of Saline.
Just unfortunate there. Another turnover quickly here for Southeast of Saline.
3:44 left to play, opening period. It's a 3-point lead for Hutch Trinity. Celtics working their way now off the right-hand side of their offense. Little mini drive here by Landon Gray. He'll kick it out to Lucas Hammocky. Inside, back to Gray, and a baby hook from Evan Remar again, soaring with the hook shot. 4 points for Remar off the hook. Eli Harris has it the other way for Southeast.
Remar is just a hard one to defend underneath that basket. He's doing quite the job underneath against Eli and Sawyers.
Trinity slowly pulling away here. They're on a big run as Jackson Gebhardt stops that run. He works it inside for the first time, and a tough shot for Jax as he's able to get that one to go down. That was a run of 10-0 for Hutch Trinity there, as they were down 8-3 and went up 13-8. And right away, Lucas Hammocky will score right again. That's his first 2 of the night.
It's not that Southeast Saline's defense is playing bad. It's just Celtics are making their shots in the offensive end.
You can tell they got a couple of scores on this squad. Hammocky surpassed the 30-point mark against Garden Plain in a game this year. Here's a shot put up by Sawyers. That's no good. Celtics out running the floor. All lanes are filled, and they have it spread well. And a foul inside to a cutting Celtic will go to the free throw line. Lucas Hammocky on the feed. Went inside to his teammate. It's going to be Landon Gray, and Gray not able to get the basket to go down, but he will visit the free throw line as the first free throws of the game coming up here for either squad.
Foul is on Eli Harris. His first personal foul.
Gray's free throw hits the front of the rim and rolls home. Chief said Harris on the foul. That's the 3rd team foul for Southeast as Gray gets the 2nd free throw to go as well. Boy, just not a lot of misses on the offensive end for Hutch Trinity so far in this first quarter. 17-10 is our score. Southeast of Saline out there with Jackson Gebhardt, Drake Augustine, Eli Sawyers, Nakari Morikel Palmer, and Eli Harris. Brian Banks with 2 early fouls here in this one has gone to the bench. Harris has it now. He'll drive, stop at the free throw line, play it out to Sawyers. Sawyers draws the double team, now plays it back to Harris, and Harris throws it away. Back the other way we go. Hammocky with the basketball. Left-handed layup, good. 4th turnover for Southeast of Saline. Ends up with another bucket for Lucas Hammocky, and Southeast of Saline needs a timeout. Trailing by 9. Hutch Trinity off to a really good start in this one. 19-10 is our score. 1:54 left to play. You're listening to Southeast of Saline Trojan basketball, brought to you by Salina Medical Aesthetics on KINA.
Nowadays, everything's on our phones. So why not have access to your bank at your fingertips as well? With the First Bank Kansas mobile app, you can deposit checks, pay bills, and transfer money straight from your smartphone. You can bank from the comfort of your home and have 24-hour access to your money. First Bank Kansas makes mobile banking quick, secure, and convenient. Download the app today or give them a call at one of their locations in Salina, Ellsworth, McPherson, Abilene, Lindsborg, or Hutchinson. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline basketball on KINA.
Southeast of Saline trailing Hutch Trinity here. First round of the Sterling Invitational Tournament, the 49th annual. Southeast down by 9. They held an 8-3 lead, but since that point, it's been all Celtics. Southeast nearly turns it over. Drake Augustine in trouble with it along the baseline. Now he'll pitch it up top. Find Nakari Morikel Palmer. Nakari is going to take it to the left-hand elbow, rise up and score. First basket of the game for Morikel Palmer.
I see somebody dribble drive into the basket for Southeast Lane. Trying to get Celtics in foul trouble would be big for the Trojans.
Here's a shot inside, up over the top of the defense. Goes Walt Gray, and he scores his first basket of the game. 21-12 is our score. Three-pointer by Eli Sawyers. Shade left top of the key. That's no good. And a foul on the rebound will be called against Hutch Trinity, as Eli Harris did a really good job going in and taking custody of that rebound.
Fouls on Blake Hammocky. His first personal foul. Nice job by Eli Harris, boxing out, getting that body and pulling that ball down strong.
Way up top, Southeast will inbound it from their own baseline to Eli Sawyers in front of the scorer's table. Sawyers now will give it up to Morikel Palmer. Nakari goes away from a high pick from Eli Harris. Gets himself in the lane. Now he's going to be stuck. Plays a lob pass out to Drake Augustine. Augustine used his dribble. Now he has to find help. Gets Jackson Gebhardt the ball, and Jackson inside throws up a little kind of shoulder height teardrop off of the flip, and also was fouled.
Foul's on Landon Gray, his first personal foul. Basket's going to be good by Jackson Gebhardt. I don't think that foul would have been called if he didn't make any noise. I think it's just been a play-on type of feel, but Gray didn't do his acting really well that time.
Did they call it on Gray or did they call it on Blake Hammocky?
Should have been 35.
Okay.
They have 35 up there on the board now.
Okay, thank you. Just wondering because Blake Hammocky was taken out of this game, and he is not very happy. Free throw up by Gebhardt is good. Now Southeast of Saline back playing defense. Trying to slow down this Hutch Trinity team, and so far they cannot. Lucas Hammocky again scoring.
They are really helping out on the defensive side. Whenever Nakari has the ball, somebody's stepping off.
Closing seconds of the first quarter, down to 17. Sawyers trying to get a baseline shot, has his shot rejected. Now a float to the rim, and a foul called on the other end as Drake Augustine trying to get the stop. I apologize, I said Jackson Gebhardt made that free throw. He did not, as it went unanswered.
Foul's on Drake Augustine, like you said. His first personal foul, team foul number 4 for the Trojans.
Landon Gray at the free throw line, already 2 of 2 in this contest. He's the only player to shoot free throws, and he gets his third to go. 9.9 seconds remaining. Second free throw on the way for Gray is also good. He's 4 of 4. It's a shade under 10 here for Southeast of Saline to do something with it. They trail by 11. Augustine off to the left, goes to Sawyers. Clock down to 3. Gebhardt gets in the lane, rises up off the rebound, or off the backboard, and cannot score. And we are at the end of the first quarter. The high-octane offense of Hutch Trinity is in full effect here as they lead Southeast of Saline 25-14 at the end of the first quarter. Back with the second quarter after this. You're listening to Southeast of Saline Trojan basketball, brought to you by Saline Medical Aesthetics.
Generations of confidence, relationships for life. Since established in business in 1887, the Bank of Tuscan has built its reputation on personal service and community promotion. Family owned and locally operated in communities of Tuscan, Lincoln, Saline, and Lynchburg, the Bank of Tuscan strives to provide customers with a competitive array of loan and deposit products that aid in their financial success. Visit us today and see why so many people have helped the Bank of Tuscan become one of the strongest banks in Kansas. Bank of Tuscan, member FDIC.
We're growing your way. We're the Bank of Tuscan.
Stardust Trophy in downtown Salina is your full-service headquarters for trophies and awards for club and sporting events. But did you know Stardust Trophies also makes employee name tags with your company logo? They engrave executive awards like desk clocks and pen desk sets. They imprint artwork and photos on T-shirts, coffee mugs, mouse pads, even personal calculators. Stardust Trophy carries clear sports ball holders on wood bases for treasured or autographed balls from footballs to golf balls. Go to full-service Stardust Trophy, 121 South Santa Fe, downtown Salina.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Rough quarter defensively for Southeast of Saline, and I don't know that they're doing much wrong, Jathan. It's just the fact that, boy, Hutch Trinity not missing any shots as they're on their way to 100 points with 25 here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Southeast Saline's putting up a hand in the face and putting a body on them. They're making really great shots and on the hook shots, and outside it's all just going down for the Trinity Celtics.
25-14, our score. 5 points for Eli Sawyers. He scored that on the first two baskets of the game. 12 points on the other side for Hutch Trinity and Lucas Hammocky. Trinity will start out with the basketball as they will inbound on the side. Southeast of Saline comes out with Morico Palmer, Harris, Gebhardt. Banks is back in there, along with Camden Spano-Lund. There's a three-pointer for Lucas Hammocky. Off the mark, no good. Landon Gray with the rebound for Trinity. Hutch Trinity now will reset on offense. Andrew Bergemeyer back into the game for Hutch Trinity after the timeout, along with Cedric Harris. Here's a free pass to the basket, as going to the hoop and scoring is Walt Gray. His second basket of the game. 27-14, biggest lead for Hutch Trinity, now up by a baker's dozen. Just underway here, second quarter. Here's Banks on the drive, has it poked and stolen away. Fifth turnover for Southeast of Saline. Up top with a Lucas Hammocky. Jackson Gebhardt dealing with him now defensively. Here's a pick and roll. They go to Gray. That one's going to be disrupted by Camden Spano-Lund. And then it's saved off the leg of a Hutch Trinity player as Cam was floating out of bounds. He was able to put that possession off the kneecap of one of the Celtics and save it for Southeast.
Just a great play there by Camden Spano-Lund, coming up, getting that intercept on that pass, and they knocking the ball out of bounds off of Gray. Just doing it all right there on the defensive side.
Sophomore Luke Gebhardt into the game now for Southeast of Saline. As Nakari Morico Palmer takes his first break. Camden Spano-Lund using a high pick, goes right-hand side to Banks, now inside to Harris. Eli Harris turnaround shot won't go. Battle for the rebound, and it's going to be secured by Andrew Bergemeyer for Hutch Trinity. Here come the Trinity Catholic Celtics to the other end. And a traveling violation will be issued here to Cedric Harris. That is the first turnover of the game so far here for Hutch Trinity, and still being disputed by head coach Mark Powell.
Southeast Saline has had 5 turnovers in this first half, right as of right now.
Southeast with the basketball back after the turnover. Looking to the left-hand side, Gebhardt with it. And Jackson Gebhardt has his pass stolen away. Lucas Hammocky down the court, left-handed layup, good. It's the second time this game that Lucas Hammocky has turned defense into offense. He has 14 points. And another near steal. It is going to be a steal as Celtics come away with it. But they're going to throw it away on their offensive end. So each team exchanged turnovers there as Gebhardt had it taken away on the offensive end, and then Hutch Trinity trying to run the floor a little too aggressive, throws it away on their offensive end.
Hammocky is giving defense, turning defense into offense here, pressuring up our guards here on Cam right off the bat.
If you're tuning in for the Chiefs Kingdom show that's usually scheduled to air at 6 o'clock here on KINA, that will be airing tonight after our coverage of Southeast of Saline basketball at 9 o'clock. Here's a shot put up off the front of the rim by Eli Harris. He was mid-paint when he did that. Now the rebound coming off to Lucas Hammocky on the attack. Left-handed layup on the right-hand side is good. Hammocky scores again, his second basket of the second quarter. 16 points so far for Lucas Hammocky. Here's Camden spot on one, almost falling down as he goes underneath the basket, flips it up with the right hand, and he scores. First 2-pointer of the night for Cam. He had a 3 in the first quarter. Now he has 5. 31-16. A foul called against Southeast defensively on their end.
Foul's going to be on Jackson Gebhardt. That'll be his first personal foul. Grant Stump and Eli Sawyers checks in for Southeast of Saline. And Cedric Harris for Hutch Trinity. We'll give Hammocky a break. Lucas Hammocky a break.
Southeast of Saline lobs it in. Hutch Trinity lobs it in. They're going to be called with a moving screen. As they were trying to free up one of the shooters, this foul will go against Landon Gray, I believe, Jathan.
That is correct. That'll be his second personal foul. Hopefully Southeast Saline can turn on the offensive a little bit side here, as they are struggling to start this second quarter.
31-16 our count. Sawyers with it now up top beyond the three-point line. We'll play it off to Luke Gebhardt. Gebhardt on the drive. Slams on the brakes. Kicks it out opposite side to Brian Banks. He'll shoot the three. That'll go off the front of the rim. And the rebound taken in by Landon Gray for Hutch Trinity. Boy, Gray, a senior coming off the bench. He's played really well here for Hutch Trinity in this contest so far. There's a shot underneath that's blocked for Evan Remar. And Hutch Trinity now will play back on defense as Southeast of Saline goes on the attack. 31-16 our score. Hutch Trinity leading Southeast of Saline here in this first round matchup. Spin move along the baseline for Banks. Puts the ball up, and it goes in. He also drew the foul, and Bryant Banks will go to the free throw line.
Foul on Andrew Bergmeyer, his first personal foul, but great move spinning around for Banks and putting the end one down.
5 team fouls for both of these squads now with 4:38 left to play here in the second quarter. Banks trying to complete the three-point play, and he does. First free throw make of the day for Southeast of Saline. 3 points now for Brian Banks. 31-19 our score. Hutch Trinity still leading. 4:30 left to go here in the second quarter. Here's a spin move now. All the way to the basket for Hutch Trinity goes Walt Gray. Can't get it to go, but they got their own rebound, and fouled is Evan Remar. He will go to the free throw line.
Unfortunate foul's going to be on Eli Sawyers. His first personal foul. Could have been on Stump or Sawyers underneath the basket, and Sawyers got the foul.
Remar at the free throw line. First free throw is up. No good. 4 points so far for Evan Remar. Those all came in the first quarter of action. Second free throw on the way. Also hitting the front of the rim, but this one rolls in. 1 of 2 trip to the charity stripe for Evan Remar. 32-19. Back to a 13-point lead for Hutch Trinity. Luke Gebhardt dials up a long-distance three off the backboard and in. Boy, if you're Southeast of Saline, you'll take it any way you can get it. Now, Southeast back to within 10 as they've cut what was once a 17-point lead for Hutch Trinity down to 32-22. 3:55 left to go. Here's second quarter. And a hand check foul will be called against Southeast of Saline. This will put us in the 1-and-1 situation.
Fouls will be on Camden Sponalun, though. I think the referee kind of got confused on 1-and-1, 11. But it's 1-and-1, so the foul's on Cam. His first personal foul. And that'll send Cedric Harris for the Celtics to shoot 1-and-1.
Having a scoreboard malfunction. For some reason, the scoreboard will not post above 5 team fouls.
You wonder if they're in a wrestling scoreboard.
I don't know. They do a lot of wrestling here in the...
I don't know.
In the KCAC. There's a 1-and-1 opportunity for Cedric Harris. The front end is up and no good. Grant Stump with the rebound for Southeast of Saline. Now they got it changed.
All right.
Foul count 7-5, 3:42 left to play here before halftime. There's a shake and bake up top by Luke Gebhardt. He'll hand it off now to Eli Sawyers. A running shot that's put up from 10. Sawyers can't get that one to go a little too strong. And Hutch Trinity pulls it away. Now working up the other side of the floor. Cedric Harris will hand it off to Lucas Hammocky. Hammocky now working in the middle of the paint, draws a crowd, and he's able to score with the left hand, and he is fouled. Boy, that was a crazy play there by Hammocky because it seemed like half the team running with him, but he was still able to elevate and get the window.
Very unfortunate there. I thought Banks had the charge, but they're going to put the foul on Luke Gebhardt. His first personal foul got him on the wrist as Hamke missed his free throw. Ball went out of bounds, though.
About the only thing he's done wrong tonight. Just missed that free throw. Still has 18 points in this game. 34-22, 3:14 left to go here in the first half. First game of the day here, and the first game of the tournament at the Sterling Invitational Tournament. There is a girls' game going on a couple of blocks away at Sterling High School. That features Smoky Valley's ladies taking on Kingman. Here's a turnover now once again for Southeast of Saline, and a foul at the rim as Southeast of Saline just hurting themselves with turnovers, Jathan. Here they have 8, and Hutch Trinity is aggressive on defense, but a lot of these are passes.
Yeah, they're passes, and Celtics are just getting in the passing lane and anticipating where they're going to pass at next, and doing a tremendous job there as Hamke makes his first free throw, and that foul was on Eli Sawyers, picked up his second personal foul.
So Hamke good on the free throw after missing his first attempt. He gets this one to go. 2:57 left to play. Back to a 13-point lead for Hutch Trinity. Hamke trying to extend that as the southpaw drains it, and he already has 20. 20 of the 36 points for Hutch Trinity. 36-22, 2:52 left to go here before the break. Banks has it on the right-hand side, goes into Harris. Harris lost his first defender, but then had to deal with the 6'5" Evan Remar and had his shot blocked and taken away. Here's Trinity now up the floor. They float it to the right-hand side. Cedric Harris has it. He'll eyeball the defender and then shoot the three. That comes off no good. Harris with the rebound for Southeast of Saline. Up the floor come the Trojans. Eli Sawyers has it on the left-hand side of the Trojan offense. Now up top of the circle to Eli Harris. Spin move inside. He draws a triple team, and he was fouled. He will go to the free throw line. 2 shots coming up for Eli Harris.
Fouls on Andrew Bergmeyer, his second personal foul. Team foul number 6. But Eli Harris will be at the line for Southeast to shoot 2.
2:21 left to play here in the second quarter of this one. First free throw by Eli Harris is up and good. Isaac Suter, a new man into the game for Hutch Trinity, 5'9" senior, off the bench, averaging 2 points a game this year. Harris getting ready to study the second free throw attempt after making his first. He drops this one as well. 3 of 3 from the free throw line as Southeast of Saline here in the second quarter as they pull back to within 12. 36-24, now playing defense. Trinity pulling the ball out near the timeline on the Warriors logo here for Sterling College. The boys' portion of this tournament, for the most part, being played at Sterling College as usual. The girls' portion of the tournament over at Sterling High School, except for when you get to the championship rounds. That'll take place scheduled for Friday. Southeast of Saline's ladies will see their first action of the tournament coming up tomorrow, right here on KINA. They will take on... Who are they taking on, Jathan? They've changed that schedule so many times.
I believe Hutch Trinity.
Hutch Trinity. I think we play Hutch Trinity on the girls' side, too.
Yep.
So Shauna Smith and the girls will be back in action there, coming off of a really good week last week where they were able to hang with Clay Center, the state-ranked team in Class 4A, and also double up Beloit 60-30 in their last game on Thursday. There's good offense being ran by Hutch Trinity to end up with a tough shot underneath the basket that won't go down. Southeast now back the other way. Jackson Gebhardt with it. He draws into the lane. 3 people around him. He'll kick it out to Brian Banks for the 3. That's no good. Now the Celtics want to run back the other way. 3-on-1 break. Here comes a shot by the Celtics. That's no good. Now Southeast on the run out. Jackson Gebhardt up the floor all by himself, and he'll have an uncontested layup. So Gebhardt now with a half a dozen. 1 minute left to play. Back to a 10-point game. Southeast hanging around here in this one as they're able to keep Hutch Trinity from scoring here on back-to-back possessions for what seemed like the first time in this game. 45 seconds left to play, 36-26 our score. On any foul other than a player control foul, we're shooting free throws. 6 team fouls for Hutch Trinity, 9 team fouls for Southeast of Saline. Looks like the Celtics, though, from Hutchinson are pretty content with taking this down towards the end of the clock. Now they take a drive to the basket as Walt Gray lost the ball out of bounds, and the official on the baseline is going to say it's out on Southeast. That'll leave a half a minute for Trinity. Lucas Hammocky set to inbounds. He does so up high to Cedric Harris. Now Harris back to Lucas Hammocky. He's dribbling out in the corner where the center court stripe and the sideline meet. Clock down to 16. 36-26. Hutch Trinity trying to extend this 10-point lead. Nakari Moracle Palmer comes out to meet Lucas Hammocky. Clock down to 7. Now a high pick by Evan Remar. Hammocky will wave it off. Now play it to the left-hand side. They try to throw it inside to Remar. It's going to be taken away by Southeast of Saline at the buzzer. We're at halftime. 36-26 is our score. Southeast of Saline trailed by as many as 17 points in that second quarter, but they have it back to within 10 as we hit the intermission break. When we come back, we'll have numbers from the first half. We'll also take a peek at the schedule for the girls at the side of the Sterling Invitational Tournament and get you ready for third quarter action. Halftime is here, and it's brought to you by Knauf Auto and Truck Accessories. 36-26, Hutch Trinity leading Southeast of Saline in boys action here at the Sterling Invitational Tournament on KINA.
Knauf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top-quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knauf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knauf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knauf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
Okay, so insurance is something that we all need, but it really can be confusing. But did you know that there's an agency that you actually want to do business with? It's called Smart Insurance. The team at Smart Insurance can give you advice on what you need. And the most important part, they will help you understand everything related to your insurance coverage. Peace of mind and protection that you deserve. Smart Insurance, great to do business with and easy to find with 3 locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Get their number on Facebook and call them today.
The human head weighs 10 pounds, but with TechNet, it can feel like 60 pounds. Dr. Cade Castleman here with Castleman Chiropractic. Screen slouch is a real problem for people of all ages these days. Our technology is affecting our posture, causing back problems, neck pain, and headaches. Call, book online, or stop in my Salina walk-in clinic every Thursday to learn how a simple chiropractic care plan will help you ease your pain, improve your sleep, and help you feel better every day.
Castleman Chiropractic in Salina, where caring comes first. Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap. Shot at the horn. Stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Now, let's get back to the gym for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Devin Haney, Jathan Show back here at Sterling College. Halftime of the Southeast of Saline Hutch Trinity Boys Contest. 36-26 our score. Southeast trailing by 10. Scoring from the first half looks like this. It was the Lucas Hammocky show, especially in that first quarter. 12 points in the opening period. Hammocky hits halftime with 20. 5 points for Evan Remar, 4 points for Walt Gray, also 4 for Landon Gray, and 3 points for Blake Hammocky. For Southeast of Saline, they're being led in scoring by Jackson Gebhardt with 6. 5 for Camden Spano-Lund, 5 for Eli Sawyers, 3 for Bryant Banks, 3 for Luke Gebhardt, 2 for Eli Harris, and 2 for Nakari Moracle Palmer. Jathan, this thing got off to a quick start, 25-14 at the end of 1. Seemed like probably our first, 10 shots in this game, split between the two teams. There wasn't a miss. It was perfect shooting right out of the gate, but Hutch Trinity continued that trend on their way to building what was once a 17-point lead. Southeast now has fought their way back to within 10.
And that's nice to see as a spectator here, but probably frustrating for a coach because you don't know how else to play defense on Hamke, as he's just putting lights out and putting everything out as he shoots up into the hole. But Sally Saline's switched him off with Luke Gebhardt, and what's his name, Nakari here. But just unfortunate where one of those shots is going to have to miss, and we're going to have to get that defense rebound and go up to court like we did earlier.
36-26, our score here at the break. Turnovers count looks also a little lopsided. Southeast of Saline had 4 turnovers in each quarter for a total of 8 at the break. Hutch Trinity did not commit a turnover until about 6 minutes left in the half. They end up with 3 turnovers in the entire first half. Free throw shooting, Southeast of Saline, 3 of 4 in this game, while Hutch Trinity cashes in at halftime 7 out of 10. Once again, 36-26 our halftime score. When we come back, we'll over the schedule for the girls portion of the tournament. Southeast of Saline's ladies will start that tomorrow. We'll have that schedule for you when we come back. It's halftime, brought to you by Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, right here on KINA.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
Frisbee Construction is a service organization for the commercial grain industry dedicated to giving you the best in planning, the best in quality, and the best of workmanship, and overall the best value for your dollar since 1949. Frisbee Construction specializes in new construction as well as remodel and repair of grain handling facilities throughout the Midwest. Frisbee Construction Company in Gypsum has emergency crews available as needed. For more information, go to frisbeeinc.com.
Hi, this is Sarah and Addison from the Mary Maid's office in Salina and Abilene. We would like to thank our friends and customers for your business, and we look forward to serving you this year. If 2021 includes plans for a new home, call us. Save time and stress less. Mary Maids will help you clean your old home when you leave, as well as your new home before you get there. Happy New Year to everyone from Mary Maids in Salina and Abilene.
Find us on Facebook or at marymaids.com.
Mary Maids, relax. It's done.
Salina Regional's Orthopedic and Sports Medicine is your home field advantage. Led by orthopedic surgeons Drs. Timothy Hawks and Travis Rump and sports medicine physician Dr. Matthew Pyle, along with an A-team of certified athletic trainers and physical therapists, we are ready when you need us to help prevent injuries, enhance performance, or to heal through surgery and rehabilitation. For area athletes to weekend warriors, the home field advantage starts at Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
Back here at Sterling College, 36-26 our score here at the break. Hutch Trinity leading Southeast of Saline. Let's take a look at the ladies' schedule. The tournament starting about an hour before the boys got underway. Smoky Valley, the 3 seed, was playing Kingman, the 6 seed. Smoky Valley's ladies get the victory. The Lady Vikings with a 51-37 victory over Kingman. The nightcap over there at Sterling High School is the number 1 seed in the host school. State-ranked Sterling, they're the number 1 team in Class 2A in the state of Kansas. They will take on Scott City. Tomorrow, Hutch Trinity, their Celtics will take on Southeast of Saline. Hutch Trinity, just like this game on the boys' side, the 4 seed, Southeast of Saline, the 5 seed. That starts at 5 o'clock, and we'll have it for you right here on KINA. The nightcap tomorrow will be Hugoton and Kingman, and this was the tournament, Jathan, that basically fell into 2 pools because there's 7 teams. There's an odd number of teams. So Lions had to pull out. They just go ahead and they do some pool play. So we already know the first 2 games for Southeast of Saline. Hutch Trinity tomorrow at 5 o'clock. And then on Thursday, Southeast of Saline will have the challenge going against the Sterling Lady Black Bears on their home floor over at Sterling High School. That game on Thursday is scheduled to start at 4:45.
And that's where, when we were talking Thursday after the boy game, we thought we'd be playing Lions? No. Who was it that
Scott City.
Scott City.
Yeah. Well, that's because the bracket they had, they put that out. Yeah, we found out that was erroneous.
Yeah. But it was very unfortunate. I mean, Coach Shauna Smith was calling you up. Where'd you see that at? That'd be quite the turnaround, and it'd be nice to see South Saline and Sterling in the championship game because, especially the way the girls have been playing, they've been playing really well. We think that'd be just a tremendous game having for the girls championship game here at Sterling Invitational Tournament.
Well, instead we'll see it in pool play. We'll still get to see the Lady Black Bears, always very, very well coached, and they will take on Southeast of Saline, who is also very well coached, on Thursday. But before that, Southeast has to take care of business against Hutch Trinity. Again, that game tomorrow, a girls' game here on KINA, scheduled to tip at 5 o'clock. Halftime of the boys' contest, 36-26 our score. Southeast of Saline trails Hutch Trinity by 10. We'll be back with third quarter action after this 2-minute timeout. It's the Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories halftime report right here on KINA.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, headliners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
One call will do it all. With Will, there's a way.
If you stand in front of your electrical panel and you see the old type screw-in fuses or breakers that haven't even been made since the 1950s, maybe it's time you give Will Electric a call and let me come out and give you an estimate to update your electrical service. Call Will Electric, 823-8286.
One call will do it all. With Will, there's a way.
Don't get caught on empty. Fill up on all your basic needs at Aceria Oil and Hardware. We want to be sure all our Trojans are fueled up for the big game. Whether you're on the field or in the stands, start with a full tank of gas for your car or your belly. Get your favorite pizza and snacks to have enough stamina to get that Trojan win. Aceria Oil and Hardware, located in Aceria at the corner of Center and Main. We'll fill you up.
Home matters. That's why at Kansas Wesleyan, we've offered new scholarships designed to help you get a great education right here in Salina. The Saline County Scholarship is a $70,000 award for any new undergraduate student who resides in or comes from a school in Saline County. There's also the Ad Astra Scholarship, a $60,000 award for any new students who are Kansas residents. For more information, please visit kwu.edu/admissions. That's kwu.edu/admissions.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Devin Haney, Jathan Show back here courtside, Sterling College. Day 1 of 4 of the Sterling Invitational Tournament.
That was the first thing you said to me as we were driving up here. 1 of 4, 1 of 4.
You actually beat me to it this year. You were already all over it.
Oh.
So that's a little bit of a challenge, but we enjoy doing it. This tournament is well run, other than the fact that sometimes they schedule teams from the same school playing at both times. They'll have the girls playing at the high school, the boys playing here. But I know that happens with scheduling. That could be the case that we see tomorrow. If Southeast of Saline's boys lose this game, they'll start a little bit before the girls over at the high school with the boys playing here at the college. We'll do the best we can to cover both games for you here on KINA and or SalinaPost.com. 36-26 at the break. What do you think?
Well, I mean, you were talking about how this tournament's really well ran, and it is one of the best tournaments around. But then the weather's supposed to be really nice this year.
It's weird.
I mean, usually it's freezing fog or freezing rain.
We're gonna have to have at least some fog on the way home.
Well, at least we're not on that 4-lane highway or a 2-lane highway. That was bad. But I think our thoughts here, I mean, my key is just trying to keep those turnovers down is the main key for Southeast of Saline early on here. I mean, with 8 turnovers in the first half, when you're getting Hutch Trinity, who's shooting lights out in that first half. We got to put that defensive pressure on, but we also have to get in their passing lanes and get those defensive rebounds when they miss the shot.
So Southeast of Saline ready for action here in the third quarter. They will start out with Sawyers, Banks, Morica Palmer, Jackson Gebhardt, Camden Spano 1. Southeast has the basketball to start out here. Hutch Trinity in a man-to-man defense. Here's Nakari Morica Palmer with a 3, and he bangs it home. Nakari dead away off the handoff from Camden Spano 1. It's his first 3 of the day. He has 5.
Somebody who was quiet in the first half is going to put on a show here in the second half, of hopefully for Southeast.
Well, maybe that's the thinking there from head coach Bryson Flax, is to get one of his leading scorers going here with a design play out of the break. Here's a shot by Trinity. No good. Transition 3. Jackson Gebhardt comes out an air ball. No good. And now Hutch Trinity back the other way. In the middle of the paint, here's a near steal by Jackson Gebhardt. Lucas Hammocky beat him to the ball. Jackson did a really good job slamming on the brakes as to not foul him. Now Trinity with a three-pointer. That's an air ball. As those two teams now exchange, and Jackson Gebhardt diving for the basketball, pokes it over to Eli Sawyers. It's a 3-on-2 break now for Southeast of Saline as Gebhardt somehow saves the basketball after going towards the out-of-bounds line, and Southeast of Saline squanders that opportunity. How did Jackson Gebhardt go from being on the floor on the three-point line on one end to saving a basketball on the baseline on the other end?
That is just great hustle there for Jackson Gebhardt. Never giving up on the plays. Saul Sawyers was getting in trouble and trying to get the pass down to him low.
Hammocky with a three, right wing, got it to go. Boy, Gebhardt was there defensively. It didn't matter. Lucas Hammocky now has 23 points. Back to a 10-point lead here for Southeast of Saline to overcome against this very talented Hutch Trinity team. Here's Camden Spano one. Little step back on the two. That won't go. And now Banks with a rebound inside. Across the paint, he goes to Jackson Gebhardt. Jackson shot a little too hard. Came off the window and could not stay in the hole. It fell out on him. Trinity now the other way. Big step to the basket. And a shot put up that's no good, and a traveling violation that will be issued here to Andrew Bergmeyer.
South Saline's getting back on defense pretty well, stopping that fast break opportunity that Celtics had a chance on. But you like to see South Saline capitalize on the offensive side, as after that first possession, there's been nothing for the Trojans.
Spano with it, top of the circle. Little high pick action there with Eli Sawyers, and now a foul will be called underneath. Brian Banks was really aggressive on the post play there, posting up trying to get the basketball, and a Celtic reached over and fouled him, trying to keep the ball away.
Yeah, fouls him at Andrew Bergmeyer, his third personal foul for the Celtics.
All the way up top at the head of the circle. The inbounds pass goes to Nakari Morico Palmer. Nakari with a lot of dribbling, backs his way in the paint, now kicks it out to Banks. Three-pointer on the way is good. Brian Banks with his first three of the day, and he has put Southeast of Saline now back within 7. Go back and forth here, trading the three-pointers. 2 for Southeast so far in the third, 1 for Hutch Trinity. 39-32 to count. Here's a floater to the rim. Boy, that's what Hammocky does so well, as Lucas Hammocky again rising up and scoring. Morico Palmer has it top of the circle, and a traveling violation will be issued here to Nakari. Second turnover of the quarter for Southeast.
Just when you think South Saline had a break there, getting an offensive goal, and a turnover quickly stops the momentum for the Trojans. Gives the ball right back to the Celtics.
Lucas Hammocky brings it across the timeline. Starting here in the third quarter for Blake Hammocky is Landon Gray. Into Evan Remar. His shot bothered by Brian Banks. Now Banks brings it away. Brian running the floor. They'll play it off to Nakari. A stop and pop three. That won't go. And the rebound taken in by Lucas Hammocky for Hutch Trinity. He puts the ball on the deck, wants to go back the other way. 4:45 left to play here in the third period. Hammocky up top, guarded by Jackson Gebhardt. Little handoff back to Hammocky, but Banks there on the switch. Keeps any action going. Now Eli Sawyer's inside with a block. The baseline official will call a foul.
Foul's on Eli Sawyers down with the body and the push underneath. That's his third personal foul. Remar at the line, shooting 2. Missed his first free throw. Remar did.
Second free throw goes in for his 6th point. Back to a 10-point Trinity lead. Jackson Gebhardt on the right-hand side goes to the baseline. Now out Camden Spano on. Three-pointer won't go. Nakari Morico Palmer, though, with the tip for 2.
Nice job by Nakari Morico Palmer getting an offensive rebound from Eli's Camden Spano Lund's missed 3-point shot. A nice job getting in there and putting it back in.
42-34 our score. Back to an 8-point deficit here for Southeast of Saline. They're hanging around in this game against the state-ranked Trinity squad. Here's a shot put up off the front of the rim by Hammocky. That's no good. A run out now for Southeast of Saline. Spano Lund with it. Back to Gebhardt. Jackson will try a three. Right wing. Got it to go. Jackson Gebhardt. Little stop and pop. A nice two-man game between him and Spano Lund. It's a 5-point contest.
Nice job by the Trojans here. Battling back. Staying strong on the defense. Staying sound here on the defensive side.
42-37 our score. quick moving third quarter of action so far. 3:35 left to go here in the third. Here's a little mini drive on the left-hand side by Gray. Now he'll have to play it back out to Harris. A wild shot at the rim. And a foul will be called. It sends Cedric Harris to the line. Brian Banks guilty of the foul. That's not good.
No, that's his third personal foul as well. Harris at the line for the Celtics. Kind of wish that Banks would just stayed on the ground, took a charge call, just stood there besides trying to jump up and do the block shot as Harris makes his first free throw.
First point of the game for Cedric Harris. He's 1 of 2 from the free throw line. That's put the Hutch Trinity Celtics back up by 6. Another free throw waiting here with 3.5 in the third. He gets that one to go as well. 44-37. Southeast of Saline with the basketball back. High screen, Brian Banks trying to spring open Camden Spano Lund. Now they go right back inside to Bryant. Has his shot on left-hand side of the basket. Bothered, but he gets his own rebound and puts it back in. Brian Banks working hard underneath. Outmatched size-wise to this Hutch Trinity team, but able to get his own rebound there and stick it back in the cup. 44-39 our score. Hammocky on the offensive end. Drives into the paint. Dishes off to Landon Gray, who travels with the basketball. That's just the 4th turnover for Trinity here in this game. First one in the second half.
That's just where it's nice to see Southeast Saline on that defensive side, pressuring the ball, and it seems like Celtics are slowing it down a little bit, kind of like they did in the end of the first half, and it backfired them on as Southeast Saline did a nice job on the pressure.
Spano Lund going back door to Nakari, way up there by the rim. Nakari couldn't get to the basketball, and it comes off the rim, back the other way to Hutch Trinity. Floater in the paint by Hammocky won't go. Eli Sawyers with the ball. Bryson Flax leaving both Sawyers and Banks on the floor here. They each have 3 fouls.
I think he feels like this is the team that's going to be bringing this team back for a victory. Just got to keep him out there as long as he can until they pick up that 4th personal foul.
Try to go inside to Banks once again, and he's going to be fouled. This will be on Lucas Hammocky reaching from behind.
That'll be his first personal foul. You kind of like that call where they're not giving up, but I think that with the senior group we have out here, this is probably the best group we have for Southeast.
3 seniors, couple sophomores. Camden Spano Lund fakes the 3 on the left-hand side. Now he gives it up. Gives it right back, though. Step through on the defense and somehow able to get that one off the window with the left hand. He is not a left-hander, but able to kind of put that hand way out there and able to get it off the backboard.
And nobody was able to block that shot as far as off that left hand was. As we got another turnover here on the Celtics. Not even really getting a pressure. It's just not able to handle that pass. But you know what? Southeast Saline is back within 3, and the Trojans are going to have a 30-second timeout to talk about it.
Celtics a little bit rattled here. It's the closest it's been since early first quarter. 44-41 our score. 1:58 left to go in the third. 30-second timeout for SES right here on KINA.
Suburban Appliance Center is your official dealer for Traeger grills. Check out this 6-in-1 versatile unit that grills, bakes, smokes, roasts, braces, and barbecues. Suburban is your exclusive dealer for the Traeger Timberline series, and they have your Traeger spices too. Suburban Appliance Center, they are locally owned and they offer appliance brands like Amana, KitchenAid, Whirlpool, and of course Maytag. Suburban also offers exceptional service. Suburban Appliance Center, 1900 South 9th.
Work hard, play hard. Good luck, Trojans from Roselawn Memorial Park in Salina. To learn more, visit roselawnsalina.com.
1:58 left to play here in the third quarter. Devin Haney, Jathan Show back here at Sterling College, southeast of Saline. Once had a 17-point deficit. They have fought their way back. Now a one-possession game, 44-41. Camden Spano Lund out of the timeout, handling the basketball. He'll flip a pass with the left hand over to Nakari Morico Palmer. Now back to Jackson Gebhardt. He returns it back to Nakari. Up top, here's Camden Spano Lund, and he travels with the basketball. Scissored his feet without a dribble in there. Referee caught him doing it. Third turnover for Southeast here in this quarter.
Yeah, very unfortunate, especially after a timeout getting a turnover where Southeast Saline had the momentum as Eli Harris checks in for Bryant Banks.
Back into the game for the first time since way back in the second quarter is sophomore Blake Hammocky for Hutch Trinity. Older brother Lucas has it in the corner. Three-pointer on the way. That's no good. A ball that's going to be mishandled by Evan Remars. He fell down, but he was able to flip it over to Lucas Hammocky and save possession for Hutch Trinity. Now a drive over on the left-hand baseline. Blake Hammocky testing the waters, comes right back out. Now over to Lucas Hammocky with 1:09 left to play here in the third. Again, a 3-point game. Evan Remar back down to defender, plays it out to the side. But a drive for a shot, up and no good. And look at Jackson Gebhardt wrestle that rebound away from Remar. There's a drive now and a kick out to Nakari. Jackson Gebhardt thought about a three, and his coach stopped even. Jackson turned around and thought he was going to go in for a heat check.
I thought there was a whistle that I didn't hear, and because Jackson just stopped in midair, or mid-step on that three-point shot to set up that play, and Jackson's facial reaction, I thought he was giving a referee a dirty look.
45 seconds left to play here in the third. Crucial possession here for Southeast, trying to close out the quarter. They've got the 17-point lead down to 3. Harris with it, trying to back in on the far side. Now back out to Nakari Morikel-Palmer. Clock down to 32. Sawyers with it out front. Now he plays it on a pick and roll to Nakari. A little teardrop up and good. I thought it was a shot. I thought he was going to pass it back to Nakari, but he didn't. And Sawyers puts his first basket of the third quarter in.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. We had Nakari and Sawyers going one-on-one there against each other, with each other. I just want to do a little teardrop dunk pass, but nice play there by Sawyers.
Gebhardt almost took it away from Hammocky right in front of the scores table. Now Hammocky gets away. He'll shoot the three. That's no good. Sawyers batting for the ball. He has it with 1 second left. Half-court shot won't go. And we are at the end of the third quarter. Southeast did what they had to do in that third period. They have closed the gap and held Trinity to 8 points in the third. 44-43 our score. Fourth and final quarter coming up after this. You're listening to Trojan Basketball, brought to you by Salina Pain Clinic.
Hi, this is Amanda with Accessible Home Care. Accessible Home Care is proud to be your locally owned Central Kansas home health agency. We are proudly serving patients within 100 miles of Salina from our Salina, Junction City, and Minneapolis offices. Whether it be skilled nursing or therapy needs or helping our patients with day-to-day tasks, call us today to learn more about how our services can keep you or your loved ones healthy at home. Check out our website at accessiblehc.com. Accessible Home Care, where our communities are our priority.
At home or on the road, K4 Garage will keep you moving. With over 12 years of mechanic experience, owner Nick Trout will diagnose and repair your engine to keep you in the game. Full-service gas, diesel, or tires. K4 Garage also has a fully stocked convenience store with snacks and drinks. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 6, Saturday from 9 until 3. Trust K4 Garage with keeping you on the road. And if it has oil, they can change it at K4 Garage in Gypsum.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
4 different players have 7 points. 3 different players have 7 points for Southeast of Saline. Camden Spano Lund, Luke Gebhardt, Nakari Morikel-Palmer, and Eli Sawyers. I'm getting my line straightened up there. We also have 9 points from Jackson Gebhardt and 8 from Brian Banks. Hutch Trinity starts out with the basketball, but they're going to turn it over.
Yeah, got to move and screen here as Jackson trying to fight through the screen, and Cedric Harris was kept moving. That'll be his first personal foul. Quickly a turnover here for the Celtics, who now has 3 this half, who had 3 in the first half already.
Eli Harris, Jackson Gebhardt, Brian Banks, Camden Spano Lund, Nakari Morikel-Palmer for Southeast of Saline. Hutch Trinity leads by 1. Southeast careless with the basketball there momentarily, but Harris picks it up, gets it to Nakari, and Southeast of Saline leads for the first time since back in the first quarter.
Got to have a mixed match there. That's where Coach Flax called that up there with Nakari and Harris. Harris no guard matchup for Nakari.
45-44 early on here in the fourth. Still a long ways to go, and Hutch Trinity takes that lead right back. Walt Gray on the inside scores for the first time in the second half. He has 6. 46-45, 7:13 left to play. A spread out offense here for Southeast of Saline. Now Nakari Morikel-Palmer will sneak in to the paint. Eli Harris also working to block. Now he'll come back out. Brian Banks with the basketball on the right wing. Inside they go to Nakari. He draws a crowd, kicks it out to Spano Lund. Camden now in the corner, trying to find somewhere to go with it. He's safety valve is Jackson Gebhardt. Here's Jackson driving and scoring. Boy, another crazy circus-type shot from Jackson Gebhardt.
You just love to see that athleticism take off here with the team that can shoot the ball really well, but Jackson's athleticism really showed up there.
11 points now for Jackson as he puts Southeast of Saline back up by 1. 47-46, 6:28 left to go here in this fourth quarter. Near turnover there for Hutch Trinity, but the Celtics keep the basketball. In the corner they go to Blake Hammocky. He's looking for a cutter. Now has to dump it off inside to Remar. Back out to Blake Hameke, who fakes a three. Stuttered his feet. Probably traveled with the basketball. The officials don't call it. And now the ball going out of bounds is going to be saved by Camden Spano-Lund into the friendly hands of Jackson Gebhardt. Here comes Southeast of Saline with the ball, leading by 1. 6 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. They dump it out to Brian Banks, and he gets called with a traveling violation. 4 turnovers for Southeast here in the second half. Boy, it's just been such a crazy type of season so far for Southeast of Saline. We talked about them winning against Clay Center last week on Tuesday, evening their record back to 4-4. But when you look at their 4 losses, Jathan, they've all been to teams that are either still ranked or have been ranked so far this year.
And that's just where coming against the Hutch Trinity, playing really well against a ranked team. As Remar missed his shot down low, but they've been in this type of situation before.
Here's a shot put up by Trinity that's no good. Southeast now back the other way offensively. Brian Banks has it inside, out to Camden Spano-Lund. Dead away three-pointer on the left-hand side is good. And Cam gets another three-pointer. He had one back in the first quarter. Now he's in double digits with 10. It's a 4-point Southeast lead. Boy, is Hutch Trinity out of gas here? What's going on with the Celtics?
Just wonder if the defense that Southeast Saline put on is really giving them fits. Southeast got another turnover here for Trinity. Going to get a quick timeout for Southeast of Saline.
Jackson Gebhardt dove on the floor. He was in a little bit of trouble, saved possession, and his coach Bryson Flax calls a timeout to save the day for Southeast of Saline. Trojans back out in front by 4. 5:07 left to go in this one. First round of the Sterling Invitational Tournament, brought to you by Salina Pain Clinic.
Exit 14 Restaurant in Gypsum, Kansas is cooking up something amazing today. Whether you want to order from our menu or try one of our delicious daily specials, Exit 14 adding a salad bar to their mix. Try one of the scrumptious desserts. Exit 14 is open for lunch Tuesday through Saturday and dinner Thursday through Saturday. Head out to try prime rib night last Saturday of the month and open for chicken dinner day on the first Sunday of the month. Exit 14, 512 Maple, Gypsum, Kansas. Good food, good people.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Big Sam Purdy is producing and engineering tonight's Southeast of Saline Trojan basketball game here from the first round of the Sterling Invitational Tournament. I'm Devin Haney along with Jathan Show. Well, it's been a good game so far, definitely a game of trends, as we saw Hutch Trinity own a second quarter, go up by 17 points, Jathan. But since then, Southeast of Saline has been able to chip it away. They got it down to 10 for the halftime break, and then came out in the third quarter. They were able to outscore Trinity in the third quarter, 17-8, and now they have a 4-point lead.
And that's just where Trojans kept fighting back and going to get a full court press here. Quickly, it's a foul on Hamke. Lucas Hamke will be his second personal foul, but Hamke's coach is getting serious now. Coach coming off.
24-10 is the run that Southeast of Saline is on here in the second half after trailing at halftime. 5 minutes left to play. Nakari Morkel-Palmer lost the basketball, picked cleanly, one-on-one up top by Lucas Hamke, and Nakari lets him score. Now we have a Hutch Trinity player, Lucas Hamke, grabbing the basketball after that, and that's the warning for a delay of game.
Kind of unfortunate there. Kind of wish Southeast would have been able to grab that with that full court press they're putting on. I think that really set up well for the Celtics.
Gebhardt with the basketball, plays it over to the right-hand side. Now back to the middle of the floor. Camden Spano-Lund with it. 50-48. Southeast of Saline leading by one field goal here. They go inside to Morkel-Palmer. Back out. Sawyers, a baseline corner three. Won't go. Hit the front of the rim. And it's off now to Lucas Hamke. He wants to run the other way. 4:30 left to play. Trinity down by 2. Hamke gets himself in the lane to the left-hand side. Boy, 1-2 pirouettes now. Put a shot up. Won't go. Evan Remar inside. Drops it up and in, and we are tied. Evan Remar, points number 7 and 8 in the 30-second timeout called by Hutch Trinity. 50-50 with 4:22 left to play in this one. Right here on KINA.
When it's time to get your vehicle winterized, Home Automotive Center in Abilene and Salina are here to take care of you. Those harsh winter conditions are just around the corner, and you don't want to get caught unprepared. We'll thoroughly check everything from wiper blades, fluid levels, and brakes to tires, heaters and defrosters, making sure your vehicle is safe and ready for winter. And with 2 locations, we're always close by to serve you. Come get your vehicle checked today at either Home Automotive Center location. You'll be glad you did.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
Almost halfway through the fourth period, 4:22 left to go in this one. We are tied at 50 points apiece. Southeast of Saline with the basketball. Full court pressure being drawn up here by Hutch Trinity. So it'll be interesting to see how effective this press could be with Southeast of Saline, pretty much 5 guys that are guard capable.
Yeah, any one of these can bring up the ball as they're going to go for it. Eli Sawyer's there, just pass got tipped out of bounds. Now we have a pass here on the sideline.
Jackson Gebhardt has it, comes near the timeline, now plays it back to Nikari Morical-Palmer. We approach the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. 50-50 is our score, 4:09 left to play. Sawyers has it in the high post, kicks it out to Morical-Palmer. Now Nikari over to Eli Harris. Harris plays to Sawyers. Eli Sawyers inside, draws some contact, no whistle, puts a shot up that hits the front of the rim and comes off for Southeast of Saline. Brian Banks tricks to the scorer's table. He will come in at the next whistle. 3:48 left to play. Still sitting on a 50-50 tie. Remember, Southeast had a 4-point lead at 50-46, but Trinity has the last 2 baskets. Here's Hammocky inside, puts a shot up. That's no good, and now a timeout will be called by Hutch Trinity over here by their coach on the bench. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take it as well. 3:37 left to go. Still tied at 50 here on KIA.
The Appliance Center. It's where you go to shop for washers, dryers, kitchen appliances, furniture, pellet grills, TVs, and so much more. If you are looking for a local, family-owned business, visit the Appliance Center. We're in the big red and white building on South Broadway in Salina. Come experience the Appliance Center difference.
Work hard, play hard. Good luck, Trojans, from Rosalina.com.
Tibbet Haney, Jathan Show back here courtside, Sterling College. Reminder, tomorrow we'll have Southeast of Saline's ladies in action. They will be over at Sterling High School. We'll have that game for you right here on KINA, scheduled for a start of 5 o'clock. That'll be tomorrow, Southeast of Saline and Hutch Trinity. Currently, Sterling's ladies are playing Scott City. The high school, it's 20-8. Smoky Valley already winners in this tournament. As we check the Bennington State Bank scoreboard for you, that was 51-37. Smoky Valley won over Kingman. Hutch Trinity comes up empty after the timeout. Southeast of Saline has the basketball back now. 3:25 left to play here in this boys contest. We are tied at 50. Southeast and Hutch Trinity doing battle here. Trinity had a 17-point lead in the second quarter. The Southeast of Saline has trimmed it down. Even took a 4-point lead of their own here in the fourth. Ooh. And now a player control foul as it's Jackson Gebhardt got tangled up there. It looked like with Cedric Harris, and now Harris still down on the floor. And I don't know about that being a player control foul.
Yeah, I don't know much about it either. I mean, I think he just got him on the lower of the shoulder type of call is what they were getting Jackson on, who had picked up his second personal foul. As Harris is just grabbing the chest, and they had to check on him. Should he have to come out of the game?
Well, I don't know here.
Yeah,
they are going to sub him out. Blake Hammocky will come in. Bryson Flax objecting to that call, having a conversation with one of the officials on the floor during that brief timeout. Harris walking it off as the trainers will check on him. 50-50, 3:07 left to play in this game. Pretty good game to open the tournament, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is. Wonderful to see 5 and 4 teams always battle it up.
Remar on the inside, little drop step against Eli Sawyers, and a foul will be called against Sawyers.
I have him down for his 4th personal foul, so that's a big foul as Remar will be at the line to shoot 2.
Devin Remar, 8 points for him so far. He's 2 of 4 from the free throw line. He'll have 2 opportunities here. As a team, Hutch Trinity 10 out of 14, now making 10 out of 15 as Remar misses the first free throw. Each team, 4 team fouls. So not quite to the bonus, though, on either side. Each team has a couple of fouls to get. Remar makes the second free throw, now has 9. 51-50, Hutch Trinity leading, 2:55 left to go in this one. It's a 1-point game. Here comes Nikari Morical-Palmer. Now over to Spinalond. Camden will play it to Eli Sawyers between the rings in the middle of the floor. Now to Brian Banks in the high post. Over to Gebhardt, who whips it right back inside to Morical-Palmer. Here's Spottle for three. Misses off to the right-hand side. No good. And Lucas Hammocky with the rebound for Hutch Trinity.
Great play there for Southeast Lane, moving the ball from inside out. Just couldn't quite get the three-point shot from
Trinity now with the basketball. Blake Hammocky dribbles in his left hand a couple of times over to the left-hand side of the floor. Finds Blake Hammocky. Now a drive and a player control. No, they're going to call it a block. Official went to the player control motion, then changed his mind, and they're going to call a foul here on Camden Spano.
That'll be his second personal foul. That sends Walt Gray to the line. Possibly as they are talking to the referee. So they're arguing if there's a shooting foul or a non-shooting foul.
Whatever they ruled, Bryson Flax is not happy about it. First free throw goes down for Walt Gray. That extends the Trinity lead to 2. Another free throw coming up for Gray. And he makes it. And Trinity will take this opportunity to put Cedric Harris back into the game. He will replace Blake Hammocky. 53-50. With 2:12 left to play, Trinity has gone on a little 7-0 run here. Southeast has the basketball. They need to score here, do the Trojans. Still a one-possession game, but time starting to become a subject matter here. Under 2 minutes left to go. 1:54 left to play. Deep post entry to Brian Banks. He turns, tries to score on Gray. Gets Gray in the air, and he's able to drop it in off the window. Brian Banks was kind of looking over his shoulder to pass, Jathan, but at the last moment, Gray left his feet, and Banks took advantage.
Yeah, that was a great move there by Banks. Got Gray up in the air, and he was about ready to pass out of that and saw that basket was right there and went off the backboard.
1:33 left to go here in this game. 53-52. Trinity still nursing a 1-point lead. Southeast definitely playing defense, battling some mild foul trouble. Eli Sawyers has 4. Brian Banks has 3. 1:19 left to go. Trinity not in too much hurry here. Southeast of Saline not playing that much pressure on defense. Clock now down all the way to 1:10. 70 seconds left to go. Jackson Gebhardt flying around, trying to get a steal. Now they have Lucas Hammocky backed out here. Gebhardt will have to match up with him. Hammocky wants to get rid of it. Hutch Trinity is taking this clock now all the way inside of a minute left to go. 55 seconds left to play. Remar with it, nearly traveled with the basketball and throws it back out here. And a timeout will be called by Hutch Trinity. 53-52, 48 seconds left to play. And a full timeout, we'll take it as well. Trinity with the basketball and 1-point lead when we come back here on KINA.
The winter season may be here, but paintball fun is still waiting for you at Elite Sports. Elite Sports Paintball Complex, located 5 miles south of Salina, is open for special winter hours. Get the group together and visit Elite Sports on Saturdays and Sundays this winter from 11 until 4. Elite Sports features low-impact paintballs for the beginners or little ones, so everyone can have more fun. Visit them online at SalinaPaintballComplex.com. Elite Sports Paintball Complex, open and waiting for you this weekend.
When termites strike your home or business, you want to fight back with the best. Hasman Termite and Pest Control to the rescue. With over 57 years experience, they offer the best of options, including the new BASF High Precision Injection Treatment. Don't let termites get you down. With one phone call to Hasman's, they can put one in the win column for you. Call Hasman Termite and Pest Control today or visit HasmanTermite.com and follow them on Facebook.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
48.8 seconds left on the clock. 53-52. Hutch Trinity leading Southeast of Saline by 1. Possession arrow, if that should become a subject on a dual possession in favor of Southeast of Saline. Southeast still has a foul to give, though. They have 5 team fouls currently. Trinity trying to inbound here. They do so, and a quick foul from Brian Banks. Trinity got the ball into Evan Remar, and Banks elects to foul. Remar so far tonight, Jathan, a 50% foul shooter, 3 for 6. That was the foul to give.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. But that's also Brian Banks' 4th personal foul, with 2 of them on. Eli Sawyers and Banks have 4 fouls each.
Lucas Hammocky now dealing with the defensive pressure from Nakari Miracle Palmer. Nearly lost the basketball. Now he gives it up and he gets it right back, and Nakari's going to come out fouling. So we'll see Lucas Hammocky here at the free throw line in this game. He is 2 of 3 from the charity stripe with 27 points. Southeast has done a nice job on him here in this second half. He had 20 at halftime, and a one-on-one situation awaiting Lucas Hammocky. Southpaw's free throw is up and good. He will get the bonus here and a chance to make it a three-point contest with 38 seconds left to play. Each bench has 2 timeouts remaining. Hammock's second free throw won't go down. 2-point game. Eli Sawyers with the rebound. Here comes the sophomore across the timeline. Shade to the right-hand side of the floor. High pick from Brian Banks. Now Sawyers back the other way. Plays it to Morinkle Palmer. Now to Jackson Gebhardt. Inside to Banks. Shot up off the window. Goes in. And a foul called. 21.9 seconds left. Brian Banks has a chance to put Southeast of Saline out in front as he goes to the free throw line looking for a three-point play.
Great strong play there by Brian Banks. Getting the and one opportunity. Fouls on Walt Gray. His first personal foul. Tied up this game. Banks going to make the lead here with a made free throw.
Free throw, no good, off the heel. Hutch Trinity now in control as we are tied, 18 seconds left to play. See if Trinity wants to call a timeout here. They have 2 left, and they do, just as Lucas Hammocky crosses the timeline. 11.9 seconds left to play. A 30-second timeout. Back with the conclusion of this one. Trinity with the basketball. The game is tied on KINA.
PRP, or platelet-rich plasma injection therapy, has received quite a bit of attention since its use by many professional athletes. Professional football players like Peyton Manning and Jamal Charles have used PRP therapy for sports injuries and to avoid surgery. But you don't have to be a world-class athlete with millions of dollars for this cutting-edge therapy. PRP is available to you in the Salina Pain Clinic. Call the doctors for a consultation and see if this treatment is right for you. See them at 200 South 5th in the Salina Surgical Arts Center.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
11.9 seconds on the scoreboard. 54-54. These two teams have battled to a tie. Biggest lead for Hutch Trinity in this game was 17 points back midway through the second quarter. Southeast of Saline's biggest lead was 5, back when it was 5-0. But Southeast hasn't backed down from the state-ranked Celtics here in this game. But now we'll have to make a big stand on defense as it's 54-54 with 11.9 seconds left. And Trinity with the basketball on a side inbounds. Set to play it in. Cedric Harris gets it in to Lucas Hammocky. One-on-one with Jackson Gebhardt. Clock down to 7. Hammocky makes Gebhardt retreat a little bit. Now he's going to drive to the left-hand side. Gets all the way to the cup and scores. And that will be the almost final shot. 1 second left. A timeout will be taken here. And Jathan, just not good defense there. Southeast of Saline probably should have rotated around on defense as Hammocky got all the way to the cup and really got an uncontested layup there. Yeah, Bryson Flack's not happy.
Not happy at all and had the right to be so. I mean, went by 3 people and nobody on that help side defense helped out at all as Hammock is going to his left side all night and nobody still stepped in the lane and hadn't dished it off or anything. Quite the wide open layup for Hamke. Unfortunately, there are 0.8 seconds left in this game as Southeast Saline's up on the short end of the stick here, 56-54.
Yeah, you got to draw something up now that basically will put a baseball pass on your end of the floor. Nice thing about it is you don't have to go for the 3 here. You're only down by 2. It's 56-54. So you only need a 2-pointer to tie if you can maybe throw it into the paint on the other end and get a tip. But you do have to go the length of the floor. And again, I think it goes worth saying a little bit here that the arrow in favor of Southeast of Saline, but that's not going to come into play much here. This is going to be a chuck and tip if they can get it with 0.8 of a second on the clock. Southeast not talking about the play a whole lot. Bryson Flax might be looking at alignment here, and he might burn another timeout to talk about the play, and I think that's exactly what he is doing. And he does. Took a little bit there for that to develop, but he wanted to look at the lineup and see exactly where they're at, so that's where we are. Camden Spanalund will come back to the scorer's table. He will check in for this last play with 0.8 of a second. There's all kinds of things you can do here, Jaden, as well. you can also kind of draw up a play where your guy is running baseline. You can come in and have another guy just kind of stand in front of him, and maybe if they have somebody on the ball and he's following the inbounder, maybe draw a foul that way. Problem is, though, Hutch Trinity still has a foul to give. They only have 5 team fouls, so that's not going to benefit you at all. You really got to throw it into your end of the floor here and try your best for a tip.
Yeah, you do, and you almost wonder if they're going to do a double sideline out. Really, I think it's what
We've
it's
seen
called.
that before, yeah.
And Flax is known to do that too, where, but then I think having the inbound pass person pass it over, and with Nikari has the inbounder, probably our best opportunity for a long-range shot.
We did see Morrico Palmer there with the inbound attempt for Southeast of Saline when they came out and looked at that. You know, you look at height-wise. Obviously, Eli Sawyer, 6'5", the sophomore, your tallest guy. He can go up and get something. He's going to be in the forecourt along with Jackson Gebhardt and along with Camden Sponolun and Brian Banks at half court. So Nikari will be the trigger guy here on the last play to try to get something here cheap for Southeast of Saline. He's going to go the distance of the floor, and it's going to be intercepted and taken away by Hutch Trinity, and a turnover to end this game. 56-54, our final score. It's a 2-point victory for the Hutch Trinity Celtics. They're able to hold off Southeast of Saline in this one. Southeast of Saline will go to 4-5. The Trinity Celtics will go to 6-3. Back on postgame. A lot of final numbers for you. Also, the schedule for tomorrow is coming up here on KIA, and it's brought to you by L&L Advisors.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make